Hey, how you doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. We got unboxing today. And I think this is one that I've been really waiting for. I'm pretty sure it's coming from the Knife Center. Okay, let me see what we're going to use to open up today. How about my favorite? Alright. Vision XR. So we're going to open this. That's Vision XR. SOG Vision XR. CRKT. And Gerber. Okay, we're gonna do this one on the CRKT. We'll do the Gerber another time. Alright. Here it is. This is the one I've been wanting to get. That's right. It's the Clever Girl. Same box that they always use. Let's read the specs on it. Blade length 4.084 inches, 103.73 millimeters. Close length 5.422 inches, 137.2 millimeters. Overall length 9.5 inches, 241.3 millimeters. Blade material D2 tool steel. Blade thickness 0.150, 3.81 millimeters. Blade style upswept. I would call it a Persian. Blade finish black PVD coating. PVD. Handle material black G10. Locking mechanism deadbolt. Pocket clip tip up, right or left hand carry. Weight 6.9 ounces. Designer Austin McGlon. MCGLUN. McGlon. Made in Taiwan. Alright, now let's get down to business. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Oh. Comes with a little booklet. What's this? Forged by War. Oh, this is from the Forged by War series. Deadbolt, CRKT. And they give you a little diagram of how the deadbolt works. And this is Austin McGlon. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. He's a veteran, and he's the one that designed this one. I think he was in Afghanistan, if I remember the story right. That's kind of funny. All right. Confidence in hand. Put everything back in the box. Got to get a little weight to it. I've been wanting to see this one. I think this one's going to take over my favorite Towel War space in my EDC drawer. This one's going to get carried. Fit and finish looks really nice. Blade's perfectly centered. This will be one that I carry when I'm riding my bike and stuff. Or when I'm not at work. It's very smooth. I love the grip. Yep, it does remind me of the Towel War. Nice hollow ground Persian style blade. I call it a Persian blade. I don't know what anybody else is. I call it upswept or whatever. I call it Persian. It's like the Towel War blade to me. Instead of being a flat grind though, it has a hollow grind. So it should be a pretty good slicer. It has a good weight too. It's not too heavy. It feels good in hand. I like the way it feels. Clever girl. $127 at the Knife Center if you want to get one. $127 at the Knife Center. This is the first CRKT I've had in a long time. I used to always like the M16s back in the day. I used to like liner lock knives. I haven't had a CRKT in a long time. It's got full stainless steel liners, Rivery backspacer, and the G10 feels good in hand. It's not too aggressive or anything. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks too. It looks really nice. Okay, let's see how the lock works. Oh yeah, that's nice. And this is a flipper also. I love it. It's a little bit stiff right now. It's not loose. This locks up like a vault. They say this one might be the one that can take on a triad. It does look like a stout lock. Nice thick blade stock too. I bet you it would be pretty tough. I think it was measured to hold up to 3,000 inch-pounds or something like that. Whatever inch-pounds comes out to in foot-pounds, I don't know. Deep carry pocket clip, leaves a little bit exposed. The screws aren't flush. I like the little black pocket clip. That won't be noticeable in your pants. And what you want, little one? You trying to get in a video? Yes, my girl. Trying to get in a video, huh? Yes, my girl. Yes, my girl. Yes, my baby. Okay, let me make the video, sweetie. I really like this one. Let's test the sharpness. Let me see, get a piece of paper. Oh, here's a little piece of something. Oh yeah. Sharp all the way to the tip. From the choil to the tip. I love it. I absolutely love this one. I also have the seismic on its way. I found a seismic on eBay, got a real good deal on one for $86 or $90, and I used my eBay bucks. I ended up only having to pay 86 bucks out the door shipped. I absolutely love it. I got a second one of these coming too because I decided I wanted two because I knew I was going to like it so much. Whenever there's something that I really, really like, I always get two of them. Why? In case I damage it or break it and they're not making them no more, I still can have one. And if I end up just turning in, stop using it, whatever, it turns into a collector, or, down the road I can sell it. And it becomes a collector. Looks like the thumb studs are used as like a blade stop. That's your blade stop. Bumps against the frame right here. Yep, that's the way it's meant to be. Absolutely love this one. Feels like it needs to be broken in though. It's not, doesn't feel like it's gonna fly. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. It's just super tight. Absolutely love it. It looks like a solid slab. It doesn't look like it's been lightened up on the inside, the stainless steel liners. I don't see any lightening holes in them. Very nice. I love the way the grip feels. You even got a front finger choil. I like this one. I like everything about it. I like the way it looks. I like the blade thickness. The blade thickness is better than the Tal War. This blade definitely looks tougher than a Tal War blade. I've always just liked the way Persian blades look. I just like that look, and I like that like a Navaja type handle. That was pretty common in like the Mediterranean area and on the west coast, where Spain and all those, Monaco and all those areas are. Navaja. Same type of handle like this one. It's my favorite big knife right now to carry. Compare the sizes. The Spada makes it look small, but the Spada is a big knife. They call this a large, but it's really an extra large if you ask me. And I know that the extra large Spada should be called an extra extra large. All the other cold steels, when they're this size with a 5.5 inch or 6 inch blade, they always call them extra large. One of my favorites. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'll let you guys see my drawer. This is my EDC drawer. Gotta make room for it now. Right here. I've already taken the Tal War out because I knew this one was going to replace the Tal War. These are my cold steels, and this is Benchmade CRKT, Clever Girl, Manix XL, Hogue Ritter Hogue, and the Vision. And my good old Benchmade 110 Slim. That's the Recon 1 that I put all the snaggletooth parts on. Broken Skull, Tiger Claw, Spada, and number 154. Number 154. I love this one. This is the sexiest looking cold steel stiletto ever, with the crisp blade. And that's where it's going to go. Those are all the ones I carry. Absolutely love it. And it's my style too. It's all black. This is the first blade I've ever had with PVD coating. PVD coating is supposed to be just as tough as DLC. It's supposed to be better than Cerakote. So it's an awesome coating. It's not a cheap coating. This is a really good coating supposedly. It's supposed to be super durable. I love it. Doesn't need any adjustment or anything. I love it. I love it. This one feels like a real fighter. It feels like the real deal. I would highly recommend it. I think for $127, this is a good deal. I know CRKT is famous for making cheaper knives in the budget range. And it looks like they're trying to step up a little bit with the deadbolt lock knives. The other one that's that was the seismic nav on the way. The reason why I got that one because it was designed by the originator of these. I think his name is Okuma or Okuma. I forget what his name is exactly. Flavio Okuma. Flavio. I think that's it. And I just wanted to get one of his knives, but it's made with the 4116 Krupp steel, German Krupp steel, which is not a great steel. It's just like having a 440 blade, or 440C or 440 whatever. or like Oz 8 or something like that. It's not like spectacular steel, but I got a good deal on it, so I wouldn't pay $119 for something with a 4116 steel. But I know that you're paying for the lock though. Just like when Cold Steel first came out with the Triad locks, they had like Espadas and all these. They were made with Oz 8 originally. This is a CTX XHP and this is the Oz 10. But the original ones were made with Oz 8. And they charge pretty much the same prices for the Oz 8 ones as they do for the newer versions. And the reason why is because they were able to get away with that because I think the Triad lock was famous. It was becoming real famous, and people didn't, people were buying them just for the lock, not necessarily the blade steel. I know I did. I bought a lot of them because of the lock. That's what turned me on to Cold Steels was the Triad lock. But this one's supposed to be a really strong lock too. A strong lock that you can depend and put your life, depend on your life with. Basically becomes like a fixed blade. I really like the way this one feels. I would highly recommend this one. It's the first expensive CRKT I've ever bought. I don't think I've ever spent over like $50 or so, about 50 or 60 bucks for a CRKT back in the day. And these normally go for about $160. But Knife Center has them on sale. If you want to get one, I suggest that you put in an order for one. I know I bought this one, and the next day I thought about, you know what, I better get the other one too because I know I'm going to want 2 of these. And I went and ordered it, and they didn't have it in stock, but they just sent it out. They just came in stock again. So if you want to get one, I suggest you go and get one. These are really nice. If you like really nice self-defense folders, folders that can be used for self-defense, I would highly recommend this. Persian blades are awesome. The reverse grip is great. It's got a little bit of a hot spot right here where in the reverse grip. I can feel it in my palm. That's not super bad. No, sweetie. Let me compare it to a Contigo. Contigo's sort of got that same thing going on too. Okay. And the Contigo feels a little bit better in the reverse grip. Yeah, Contigo's more comfortable in the reverse grip. But the only thing that's with these is with the glass breaker, because they're kind of sharp. And when you put your thumb on it, you can really feel it. That's one thing. That's why I like the other Contigos better. Like this one. This was a KnifeWorks exclusive that I put aluminum scales on. But see how this one doesn't have the glass breaker. I sort of like it better like that. I really don't need a glass breaker. There's all sorts of ways to break a window. I don't need to have one on my knife. I got a couple knives that have glass breakers. Like my other Benchmade has a glass breaker. This one. The 391 that I keep in my box. The handle feels a little bit blockier. This one feels more rounded off. The Contigo. And I'm comparing it to the Contigo because they're like the same class of knife. They're both, heavy. This got a 3.8 millimeter blade too. And this one has what I would call a scimitar. They call them reverse tonsils. I call them scimitars. Put this one away. But about the same size. Contigo's like my favorite heavy duty Benchmade. I know the Adamas is more heavy duty than Contigo, but the Contigo's my favorite. The one I like is the Contigo. I don't really care for the Adamas. I don't care the way. And I know it's a super strong, great knife and all that stuff. I just don't like the way it looks. And I often buy things because I like the way they look. Not only because of function, but it's got to attract me too. And I love the Contigo. I love the way the Contigo looks. I love this blade. I love the reverse Tonto, or I call them a scimitar. Both of these are awesome. This looks like an American-made knife. It doesn't look like it's made in Taiwan. Super high quality. Keep forgetting it's a flipper. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now put a little bit of oil in and I'll loosen up a little bit. Absolutely love it. And this has D2 as opposed to the 4116 Krupp steel, which is a lot better. A whole lot better than the 4116 Krupp steel. That steel is mainly used for like cutlery, like kitchen cutlery. The German Krupp steel, because you know it's very good as far as corrosion is concerned. Fights off corrosion really well. It's real resistant to corrosion, so it makes really good cutlery steel. And it holds an okay blade. You know, it holds an okay blade edge. You know, it's not super great or anything, but it's good enough for kitchen cutlery. Kitchen cutlery, you want stuff that's not going to rust. But for a pocket knife, I'd rather have a little bit better steel. Like I said, the seismic that I just got it because I bought it to be a collector, because I wanted to have the deadbolt lock design that was design knife that was created by the originator, the person that created the deadbolt, Flavio Ukumo, can't remember exactly. This one you could adjust the detent right here, on this one. And the screw's it's like a different color from the other screws. This screw right here, that's how you adjust the detent. And you can pull maintenance on it. They said it's really easy to pull maintenance on. You just take out this part right here, and the spring comes out, and then the what do you call it, the deadbolt falls out, and then you can pull maintenance on it, because that doesn't have nothing to do with the blade falling out. So it's really easy to pull maintenance on it without having to take apart the whole knife. This would definitely be I could tell this was made by somebody that was in combat, because this would be a great combat knife. No flex in the handles. This is a nice knife. Both of these are, you know, kind of knives that you want to take into combat for folders, in my opinion. Because you want something that's too big and bulky. But honestly though, if I was going into combat, I'd probably take a fixed blade. It's just a lot simpler. You don't have to worry about getting gunked up with sand and stuff, or dirt and mud. It's just a lot simpler. But this is a super nice folder. Highly recommend it. The Clever Girl. The Clever Girl. Look at that blade. Isn't that blade beautiful? I like upswept blades. Slashers. Be good for cutting up things too, like food prep. Not like this one. It's an upswept blade too. But this is a Navaja style. This is a Spanish style. I have some real Navajas in my collection from Spain. And they have like the clicking blade. They go clack, 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 clack. Clack, 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 clack. Like a whole bunch of different locking positions. That's what made me always like the Espada. I like the Spanish style blades too. Navaja. And this one, is an awesome blade. Awesome blade. The Espada, the large Espada with the new Oz 10 steel. I love it. I love it. I also have these in XHP, but the one that's in my box is this one. And I decided I was going to take out the style of knives out my box that you can no longer get. That's why you don't see the holdout in there anymore. And you don't see the towel war in there anymore. Because I wanted to have nothing but knives that you guys can still purchase. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. Go get you one. 127 at the Knife Center. I'll leave a link. Same size as the Contigo. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit bigger than the Contigo because the handle's a little bit longer, and we put them at where the blades begin on the handles. It's just a little bit longer, like a 1/4 of an inch longer. Awesome blades. This is the M4 one. Awesome blades. I like that they made it in D2. D2 is a good steel for a combat blade. Because it's a carbon blade, but it's really like almost like a stainless steel blade, so it doesn't have rust issues, especially if it's coated with PVD. There ain't nothing on this one to rust except for maybe the blade edge if you let the blade edge get rusty. But nothing's going to rust with this PVD. PVD, from what I understand, is a super duper coating. It's better than the CRKT that they use on Benchmates. It's more comparable to the DLC coating on a cold steel or a Spyderco. My Spyderco has a. This one has a DLC coating, but it's like a matte finish DLC coating. Awesome blades. Awesome blades. This is DLC. DLC. These are all combat blades designed for soldiers. The soldiers and law enforcement and emergency people. This one and this one have the best locking systems. This one it's supposed to be a really good locking system too. But I know that these are strong too, though. The Axis lock that they use on the black series. These are real strong too. I don't know which is stronger between these two. It'd be neat if somebody did a test with them. I don't know. I know nobody's going to mess up one of these knives. They're all expensive. Love them. CTSXHP, DLC, D2, PVD. That's a new thing for me. I never had a PVD blade. This is a new thing. PVD. CRKT, which is probably the weakest finish out of all these. This one's already got a couple little nicks in it from me using it, which is normal for CRKT. But CRKT wears nicely though. It wears like an old pair of jeans. It just sort of fades, and it just looks nice after a while. And this one's the matte finish DLC. That's what Spyderco uses. Awesome. 2 Americans and 2 Taiwanese. Both of these are made in Taiwan. Both of these are Taiwan. Both of these are made in the U.S. Alright, people. And that's all I got for that. Now you know what my box looks like. You know what my box looks like. I think it's probably going to pretty much stay this way for a while, the knives I actually carry. This one I like to use. The reason why this one's in my box is because this is my beater knife. When I'm doing stuff around the house or something like that, if I'm out in the garage working on my motorcycle or something, and need to cut stuff with it, I use this one. Why? It only costs 23 bucks. And if it gets damaged or messed up, it's not gonna be that. I already got a couple scratches on the blade. But I love these. I've always loved the Buck 110. It's one probably I've carried the Buck 110 probably longer than I've carried any other knife. Cause I had one that got when I was in, what was that, like the 10th grade? My dad got it for me. And I was like 16 years old or something like that. No, I think it was before that. I think it was like the 9th grade. And you got it for me as a hunting knife. Cause he used to like to carry the Buck Kalina. And that and the other knife I used to like was the Schrade. What do you call it? The old timer. Was the old timer? It was the Skinner model. It's kind of a small fixed blade. I used to use it for skinning deer all the time. I've always liked Buck 110s. I carried one of these like through high school, and when I was in the military, I carried a Buck 110. Good blades with the 440C Boss heat treated blades. Great little knife. And now they got cheap ones that I used to use for a beater, but all Bucks are pretty inexpensive. Unless you get like the exotic steels or something. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Might become my new favorite. My favorite knife to carry when I'm not at work anyway. Cause this is me all day long. I love the style of this. I've always been a Tau War person. I got a bunch of Tau Wars. In this size and the extra large size too. I love the Tau Wars. And I like this one a little bit better because it's got a thick blade. And this lock is supposed to be awesome. I can't wait to see Cold Steel put something up against the deadbolt and see how the deadbolt does. Because this is going to be able to withstand shock. I think it's going to be able to hold a lot of weight too. It looks like a knife that can probably hold a lot of weight. Looks very strong. And it's fast. I like the way you open and close it. It's fast. It's a nice blade. Highly recommend it. CRKT, clever girl. D2 blade, PVD coated. G10 handle with the deadbolt. The best lock the CRKT's got to offer, the deadbolt. It might be one of the best locks, period, in the world. But one thing about these, though, they are heavier than a Tau War. The Tau War, about the same size, is a lot lighter than this. It's under 5 ounces. This one's almost 7 ounces. 6.9, I think they said it was. But you know what? It's a fidgeter. And I know once this gets broken in, it's going to fly. Awesome knife. Deadbolt lock rocks. I forget who told me to check out the deadbolt, and that's the reason why I went and checked out the deadbolt. One of the viewers of my videos told me to check out the deadbolt. I can't remember who it was. And I took his advice, went and checked it out, and decided I wanted to get one. And I'm so happy they told me about the deadbolt, because I did not know about the deadbolt until they told me. Because I've been working so much lately, I don't really get a chance to like look at everybody's videos and stuff anymore. Lots of times. Awesome blade. I absolutely love this one. Feels like it could be rounded off along here a little bit better though. But you know, this is G10. You could do that if you want to. You can round it off. Make it not so blocky around the edges. But you know what? If you're wearing gloves, that's going to help. You know, if you're in gloves in an environment where you have, you know, either slippery or wet or bloody or whatever, that'll help you keep a better grip too. I'm gonna leave mine just the way it is. I'm not changing anything on this. I like it just the way it is. It's beautiful. I just like looking at it. Why? Because it's sexy. This is a sexy one. This one's sexy. And the grip feels
Fits my hand nicely. Got a little bit of jimping right here. You got the forward choil like I like my American Lawman. And like the Spyderco, I have the XL Mannix. Mannix 2. Mannix 2 XL. I love it. And I really love it because I know this lock is awesome. I've watched a ton of videos on this lock. Alright, I'm rambling. Time for me to get going. You know I start rambling. But anyway, 127 at Night Center. Peace out.